You're listening to the A.C.T podcast. You better like my daddy's show, you creeps.
All right, welcome to the A.C.T podcast. I'm your host, Anthony Christian Tafoya, from another new location. This might be the hottest I've ever been, ever in my life. I have finally made the move down to Yuma, and yesterday it was 108 degrees, and I'm pretty sure pieces of my body started melting off as I walked from the door to my car. I was like, anybody ever see that show back in the 90s? It was that Nickelodeon show. I think it was called Kablam, and they had the Incredible Melting Man. That was me yesterday. It's been very, very busy, kind of all over the place. Just so everybody's aware, the last two podcasts were pre-recorded before I left, so I kind of just put them out over the last week slowly. Everything's a little bit delayed and a little bit behind. This episode should come out today, which is the day that I'm recording it. So anyway, if that's why it seems a little weird, I also have a Masters of the Universe review that I'm putting out that I just have not had time to fully edit and get out, but I appreciate everybody's patience and stuff like that while I'm going through this weird transitional period. I've been trying to be on it, man. I've been trying to make sure that I'm still engaged and putting stuff out and whatever, but it's been difficult. And not only did I just move to a completely new city, but then we also ended up going on this trip because I like what do you call it when you leech off of someone? I guess that's it. You leech off of someone, right? Because they had these plans to go to the beach. Jolene's family had these plans to go to the beach, and I'm more than positive I wasn't originally considered to be a part of these plans, but because of circumstances and whatnot, I was able to go. It was a beautiful time, and I've never really been to the beach a lot, and so this was only the second time I've ever been in my life. It was a lot of fun, and getting to camp out on the beach and stuff like that was nice, even if I didn't feel quite deserving of the opportunity that I was afforded. I've been really rough on myself lately. Like, oh man, I'm moving. I have no job. My kids are in another city. Like, I'm in a weird place, and so like being afforded the ability to sit on a beach, I was like, wow, I'm like a huge piece of shit. Or at least that's how I felt. I don't know. Maybe I'm too rough on myself, but I guess I'm just different in that way. I just feel like I'm not deserving of stuff like that because I haven't really earned it. But it was nice of them to take me, and I'm appreciative of that. And I was excited. I was like a retarded boy out there, like, oh, look at a dolphin! Wow, I saw a dolphin. But and we really did see dolphins. That was pretty exciting. And I'm more than positive we went on some landmass. I don't know anything about like what this shit's called, but yeah, I guess it was like the landmass dividing the sea, the ocean, I guess, and the ocean and the bay. And I'm more than positive that they shot Free Willy right there. And I'm more than positive that's where Michael Jackson did the "I Will Be There" video for you as well. So that was exciting to see. Everybody says that's not where it was, but I don't believe them. I don't know why they would know. I'm going to let that just be a fun fact that lives in my head, regardless if it's true or not. But it was an exciting week of trying to get settled in and stuff like this. Never done anything like this before. I've already found the gym, so that's good. I'm trying to adjust to living with people again. That's hard for me. I don't really live with people other than my partner and my kids, so it's different trying to adjust to all that. I'm sure it's different for them too. I'm trying not to be difficult or like a pain in the ass, but somehow I always feel like I am. It's hard to tell. I don't know. And I don't expect anybody to be like super honest and be like, you're a pain in the ass, right? Everybody goes, no, you're fine. But deep down, I know I know. They're like, get the fuck out. Just like Daniel told me. On top of all that, I mean, we had some incredible stuff happening. It was an incredible sports weekend, I guess. The World Cup is happening, which I don't give a flying fuck about. I don't like soccer. I've never liked soccer. I've tried to watch soccer, and I don't understand it, and I don't like it, and it annoys me, and I just have no tolerance for it. I assume this is how Jolene feels when I'm watching football, but football is way better as far as I can tell. American football, soccer, and the World Cup. Like all of a sudden, everybody cares and likes it. Like I find that hard to believe, especially here in America. Like all of a sudden, everybody's like super into it. It's like, even like McDonald's toys are FIFA toys. I don't get it. If someone could please. I would love to interview somebody like what is so exciting about it, because I watched about 15 minutes the other day and it was just guys running around and moving the ball around the court or the court, the field. I bet that triggered some of you, but just I don't get it. Maybe it's because I'm not a communist. I don't really get soccer, but. No, I really just don't understand the point of it. I get why people get excited when a goal is made, because nothing else has happened at all. I don't see a lot of strategy in it. I mean, I see the strategy, but I don't see the actual strategy. It's kind of, I get that they're setting people up and whatever. I understand all that, but it's just not. It's like a lame version of basketball to me, right? Whereas much as it's like, if you got the shot, take the shot, right? And people run plays in basketball, but they don't really run plays. At least we didn't, when I was playing, like we had plays, but then the defense would always take that play away, and then it was just like, well, just pass the ball until somebody's open. Like that's legitimately the strategy there, right? It's kind of like when you see backyard football being played in the NFL. It's like that play was just blown up, and then Patrick Mahomes goes and runs around and does something goofy. Russell Wilson was the king of that, right? Like that was more exciting and fun to watch when a play would blow up and those guys would do something crazy, especially like Russ back in the old days when Russ was on it. Like that was exciting. Television, because you had no idea what was going to happen. They called it circus plays, and so I get that, and that to me, it seems like soccer is mostly all just like we have a plan and we have an idea, but then like the defense just blows it up, and then they just kind of kick it around a lot, and it's a lot of people. The one I saw the other day, I don't even know what countries it was, but it was just people just like standing in the middle of the field and kind of kicking the ball back and forth, like literally one side of the field to the other side of the field, and I don't get it. But before we left, I did watch Game 4 of the NBA Finals, which was incredible, right? And the Finals was all weekend. That was an incredible Game 4. The giant comeback from 29 points. Against the Spurs. That was electric. That was very exciting. And I am not a big basketball fan at all. I used to watch it quite a bit. I don't really like where the game has gone lately. I think LeBron James has been incredibly bad for the sport in a way that Michael Jordan never was. And so I just don't pay attention to basketball like at all. If I can help it, I just try and ignore it as long as I can. Game 5, we were in California on the beach or whatever, so I didn't get to watch all Game 5. I did catch the last, I think it was 3 minutes, which I'm more than positive it was 3 minutes of game time, but like 3 hours of real time, because there were so many fouls and penalties and whatever, right? It was like it was like they throw the ball in from out of bounds and then they slap them, and then it's like foul, and then substitutions and long ass commercial breaks. I think it was like 3 hours long, just the final 3 minutes. But that gets kind of annoying, a little boring. But it was pretty exciting to see the New York Knicks win the championship. I've heard of these people, And I've heard of the glory days of the New York Knicks, but never have I once seen it with my own eyes. I imagine that this is what it would be like if the Jets ever won or something to that extent, right? It's just been such a long, dramatic drought that when it finally happens, it's kind of cool to see that they finally broke the curse. It's over 53 years the Knicks haven't done shit and have been the laughing stock of the league. And please, Knick fans, correct me if I'm wrong, but like I'm pretty sure you guys were calling for the owner to sell the team just like 2 years ago. So, good for you guys. Congratulations to the Knicks. That was a hard fought series. Probably not as hard fought as some people would have liked. I think a lot of people would have liked to have seen it get pushed to Game 6 at least. But congratulations. I know New York Knicks fans are like, hey, we'll do it in 5. That's fine with me. Gentlemen sweep. That's fine. And I'm really happy for Mikal Bridges. He used to play on the Suns. I live in Arizona, so I'm kind of a Suns fan. The only thing I don't like about Arizona is the Cardinals. Not a Cardinals fan ever at all. But I was upset when the Suns got rid of him. I thought he was a really good piece, and he was. And now he's a champion, so good for him. The other massive sporting event that happened this week was the UFC 250, and I, again, am not a huge UFC fan. I like it when I see it. I don't seek it. I don't, go out of my way to see it. Like, the last one that I tried to watch was the Gina Carano-Ronda Rousey fight, which I know wasn't technically UFC, but I am in love with Gina Carano. Like, she's my soulmate. She just doesn't know it yet. I would love to be the Gronk to her Mando, if you catch my drift. But she is a beautiful, sweet honey, and I'm in love with her. I'm getting distracted. But anyway, she got armbarred in like 17 seconds, and it sucked. That was the last UFC fight I saw, which wasn't that long ago, but whatever. I was never a big Ronda Rousey fan, particularly because they threw her in the movie The Expendables, and I was like, why? I also asked that why they threw Kelsey Grammer in that one, Frazier. I was like, why? But I like him a lot, so I was like, I can deal with that. Ronda Rousey, I don't find her to be particularly likable. So I think Gina's way prettier and way more classy and elegant and stunning and elevated. Oh, there I go again. I'm off on a Gina tangent. But anyway, so last night the big UFC 250 fight happened. I believe it was Trump's birthday at the White House. A lot of people are bitching and moaning about it. I'm going to let you guess who that is, what type of people that is. They're bitching and moaning about it.
I don't care if you're a Democrat or a Republican. I don't care if you're right or left. I don't care about any of that shit. If you think anything about this is cool or American or manly, I have to assume that much like anybody associated with the planning and the production of this event, all of the sponsors of this event, matter of fact, anybody that's even remotely associated with this event, much like all of them, you are so slow I could time you with a fucking calendar. Nothing about this is cool.
If you're just a normal person, or a Republican, you probably had no problem with that, right? It was a spectacular view. Like, everything about the event was freaking awesome, right? It was big, bold, flashy, and then, yeah, like having a fighter walk out from like the Lincoln Monument was classy, man. That was cool. I mean, I saw John Cleese. If anybody knows who John Cleese is, he's from Monty Python. Funny British fellow, bit on the progressive side, but he was like, oh, there wasn't much class, was there? And it's like, okay, dude, like, whatever. Watching some guy walk down, with a line of military guys from the Lincoln Monument, pretty classy, bro. Maybe not your type of class. I'll concede that. That might not be your type of class, but I found it to be pretty goddamn classy. And Americans are big, bold, and eccentric like that, right? Like, we like that kind of stuff. I wouldn't expect a Brit to get it. I certainly wouldn't. It was a phenomenal event, though. I've never seen anything like that before. I feel privileged just to be able to see something like that. It went off without a hitch. There was fears that the rain was going to come in and ruin the entire thing. And then, have you guys seen these awesome photos? Like, you see the Washington Monument, and then there's like a freaking rainbow in this orange sky with lightning striking. Like, good Lord, that was sick. And then the flyover, like the flyover with those jets, that was incredible. That was amazing. And then the fights were all really, really good. Again, not a big UFC guy, not going to pretend to know what I don't know. You know, I was just watching it as a spectator. I missed the first two fights. I don't remember everybody's name. I remember there was a guy they called the Incredible Hulk and Black Beast, and I thought Black Beast was going to win, and he did not. And then Incredible Hulk called Michelle Obama a man, baby. Yeah. Which, that would have been funnier if he would have said it like Austin Powers. If he was like, she's a man, baby. Yeah. But he didn't. He was like, Michelle Obama's a man. Am I right? Yeah, it was very, reminded me of the Macho Man a little bit. Maybe because he had the beard and the thing. No, what? No, I was going to do the Hulk. I'll tell you what, brother. No, he was like Macho Man, though, which is, I'm going to squeeze you. Right? Or whatever he did. Bonesaw. Right? That was Randy. That was Randy Macho Man, right? Jerky. Slim Jim. Anyway, he should have done that. Maybe he should have gone like, Michelle Obama's a man. I'm going to give Michelle Obama my Slim Jim. No, anyway. If anybody names their penis Slim Jim, you got bigger issues than I do. Anyway. But, yeah, that was exciting. Poor Black Beast. I felt bad for him. You know, I guess Incredible Hulk and Black Beast, those are their names. I don't know their real names, but that reminded me of like when I used to play at the Transformers and they had Beast Wars. That was exactly, you know, they had stupid names like that. Yeah. I was waiting for Optimus to come out. It just reminded me of like one of the dumb toys I would have had in the 90s. But that was a good fight. The Sean O'Malley fight. I do know Sean O'Malley. I've seen him around before. I've never seen him fight before. That was an incredible fight. I don't want to get his name wrong. The Justin Gaethje fight. I hope I'm saying that right. He's another Arizona guy, but that fight was absolutely phenomenal. The Pereira fight was pretty good too. That was the one before. Pereira and hold on, I gotta look it up because I don't want to sound like a fool. Alex Pereira and Cyril Gain. I guess it's Cyril. I don't know. That Cyril Gain guy though was that was a bad motherfucker. Like I wouldn't want to pick on that guy at all. He was scary. Justin Gaethje though, and that other guy was Tuporia. Leela? Like Leela and Stitch? No, I don't know how you say his name, but Tuporia. I gotta give that guy props too, man. That dude took a fucking beating and still never got knocked out. Like, he got messed up. His face was disgusting. He was a decently handsome young man until after the fight. And then he looked, he looked like I guess he looked like Cheryl Underwood's vagina. No, if I have to see one more thing about Cheryl Underwood and that Kevin Hart roast, I might end myself. But no, he did look like Cheryl Underwood's vagina. No, no, he that guy was jacked up, and I'm more than positive. Some ribs were broken there at the end. That was a hard knee right into the rib cage from Justin Gaethje. Gaethje. Genji. I have no idea how you say his name, but Justin. We'll just call him Justin and Tuporia. But yeah, that was an incredible headline fight. The last one, I lied earlier. I just remembered I did watch a different UFC fight, like in the beginning of May. I don't remember who that was, but that fight blew goats. Nobody was hitting each other, and it was terrible, and I zoned out in the middle of it. And I'm pretty sure it went to a decision, like nobody knocked out. Every single fight in this card, it was 7 fights. Everybody got knocked out. Awesome. I mean, that's why we all watch, right? Way more exciting than boxing. I stopped watching boxing years ago. I think everybody did. And I think the thing about the UFC, too, is it doesn't seem like the fights are fixed. Maybe I'm naive to this. Maybe somebody could come on and explain to me why they do seem fixed. But they don't seem fixed, which is incredible because you feel like you're actually getting what you want, which is to see 2 people beat the snot out of each other. It was really an incredible event, though. And I got to say, congratulations to the UFC and Dana White and Trump for whatever he put in. That was a really, really cool thing to watch. I'm glad we got to watch it. The whole thing was very pro-America, too, very patriotic, which anybody who watched this, I think we need more patriotism for our country. We need to quit apologizing about fucking everything. Every country does awful things. Every country has done awful things. That's the way of the world. No other country is ashamed of their country like Americans are. We need to stop that shit. And watching that event, everything was just pro-America. There was some cool history stuff in it. It was really an incredible event. And congratulations to everybody for pulling it off. It was phenomenal. 80,000 people showed up. And you know, I am pretty sure I heard that Robert De Niro was complaining and saying that only awful people would show up to that, and that the whole thing was a failure and whatever. Like, come on, dude. Like, Meet the Fockers 4 is going to be a failure, not the UFC 250 fight. That was incredible. So really, really fun weekend in sports outside of soccer. I don't think you can say fun and soccer in the same sentence and mean it. Or maybe you're just clinically insane. I have no idea. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up right there. I mean, what else is there to talk about? The UFC thing was awesome, man. That was really, really exciting. And congratulations to the Knicks. That was fun to see. That was 2 very historic things happened over the weekend. Apparently, hockey happened too. I don't care about hockey either because I'm not a commie. But and hockey is just soccer on ice to me, so I don't care about that. I really don't like soccer and hockey at all. The only thing cool about hockey is when they punch each other, and quite frankly, I'll see a better fight with the UFC. So it's just that, you know. Although there are some pretty brutal ones. There's some pretty brutal ones. Like I don't think in UFC you can just like slit some guy's throat open because you're mad at him, you know, and get away with it. So that was a real thing. So look that up. Anyway, very exciting stuff. Oh, Elon Musk, I guess, is now our first trillionaire. That's pretty crazy too, right? Like, we're living in some wild times, man. If there's $1 trillion out there for one man, then I hope to God there's just a couple bucks out there for me to latch on to so I can live comfortably. We'll see. But anyway, thank you all for watching. Thank you for being patient. Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, or X, whatever the fuck it's called. Let me know what you thought about all the sports this week. I mean, that was exciting, right? Let me know what's going on. Talk to me. Let me know what your thoughts on the UFC 250 was. Let me know what your thoughts are on the Knicks breaking the 53 drought are. 53-year drought are. Yeah. Is that how you say it? Yeah, that's how you say it. Anyway, thank you very much for all being very patient with me. I'm going to continue to try and turn out this content. Keep your eye open for my Masters of the Universe review that's like a week and a half late. But thank you very much for watching. This is The Act.